viewers. Welcome to a premiere edition of our teaching series, which is titled Light to Our World. Coming to you this moment, wherever you are in the course of the day, be it afternoon, evening, I give you greetings. There is the need for us to understand certain issues of our lives. We should understand that the world has gone through several series and ages, and these ages came with its own understanding of certain things. There was a time in our world where scientists discovered that the world was flat. Through a series of studies, it was discovered that the world is no longer flat, but rather a globe. People believed at a time, at an age, that traveling on the ocean, you could get to a point you could fall over. That understanding has been taken away by research, that it isn't so. The world isn't flat as it was perceived. We should also understand that the world has gone through certain dispensations when it comes to the space of religion. And that is the essence of this series. This series is bringing you information and light, enlightenment, illumination into certain understanding that has brought us this far. Now, we should also understand that the tale of the hunter would always be glorified until the lions become their own historians. If we don't learn to become our own historians and research to find out why things are the way they are, we will remain in forever darkness. This afternoon, this evening, this morning, wherever you are watching me, we are bringing you this light. Paramount as the issues of our religion. One thing I want us all to understand, the basics, I want us all to understand is that there is a creator. There is no denying the fact that there is a creator. There is no denying the fact that there is a God. But the understanding and the concept of this God shapes our belief system and our patterns and the way we go about our lives. We've become so mediocre in understanding certain issues because we see God to be an old grandfather seated somewhere with beard, and whose side there would be angels and there would be people who depart from this world. But I want us to understand, though wherever you may be, your belief system, your understanding, your doctrine may differ, but I want you to empty yourself first. If you learn to empty yourself, then you can learn to accommodate new knowledge and understanding. We are in an age of information where knowledge abounds, where research abounds. So if you decide to remain in your own dogma, you do so at your own peril. Your own peril in what sense? Somebody would ask, if I don't believe in what you're telling me, does that mean I'm lost? If I'm not a Christian, if I don't believe in the Lord Jesus Christ, does that mean I'm lost? If I don't believe in Muhammad, does that mean I'm lost? If I'm not a Buddha, this encapsulates the total thinking of the people we're talking about. And before we go on, I want you to understand one thing, that God is a cosmic energy. He is not an old grandfather seated somewhere ready to unleash his wrath on anyone. The merciful God is an energy. He is seen in all things. He is seen in me. In fact, if you read the good books in Ecclesiastes, it states it clear. The wise man King Solomon said that the soul of man and the soul of animals all depart to the same place. Now, this thinking arouses a lot of questions. That if the soul of man and the soul of animal departs to the same place, then where is that place? Where do we go to when we die? What do we become when we die? Who is this God we're looking at? Is he a father somewhere who is going to put someone else in hell and put another person in heaven? What is this heaven we talk about? So for this premiere edition of our educational series, Light to Our World, we're going to delve into issues issues of contemporary time, issues of the olden ages, and then try to have a blend and a balance. Before we move on, I want you to understand that God is not an old grandfather seated somewhere ready to unleash his wrath. He is a cosmic energy. He is in everything. He is in the plants. He is in nature. He is in me. He is in you. Now, there is this profound statement that our Master Jesus actually said that people don't really understand. He said, I and my Father are one. And I must state this clearly, that it was this enlightenment that Yeshua, we call Jesus Christ, brought into this world that made him to endure a lot of persecution which ended in his death. I and my Father are one. Our Master Jesus Christ was simply saying that the Spirit in him and the Spirit of the Father, it's one, same thing. So if he says I and my Father are one, he was not in any way insinuating that he himself was the creator. No. In fact, he actually acknowledges that there is a God above, and that cosmic energy is what rules in the affairs of people. So this is what we are going to look at. These and many other series of questions bothering the minds of people. Questions not asked. Questions that people beg to ask but don't find answers to. That is what this series is actually going to be about. I hope you all stay tuned as we roll this series of teachings week by week. We espouse the knowledge behind certain mysteries. We unravel the mysteries behind certain doctrines, bringing you out of the dogma of doctrines. We are not in any way admonishing that you stay away from church. We are actually admonishing that you remain a good believer of your faith and practice truth, because the good book actually enshrines that ye shall know the truth. Ye shall know the truth, and only the truth shall set you free. And the good book actually goes to encourage us to test all knowledge and seek out that which is best. I hope you are going to enjoy this series. I'll be glad to have comments from you. I'll be glad to have your calls to answer certain questions. I'll be glad to have you at our meetings periodically to understand who we are as Africans, to understand who we are as souls sojourning the face of this world. Join me next time for another exciting episode. This is just the flagship. This is the premiere. We're bringing you lots of other educative topics, mind-boggling topics, which beg to be asked, but people don't actually have the room, the platform to do so. I would expect you to join me. Empty yourself, fill yourself anew, and learn. Don't remain where you are. You were born into where you are by choice. That I want you to understand. It's not by accident. Wherever you were born into, whichever denomination you were born into, it's not by accident, but you chose it. You are surprised. You ask the question, I was born to parents I have no idea of. Was it my fault that I have poor parents? Was it my fault that I have rich parents? I tell you that you chose them. By your actions, you chose them. We are going to address these issues and many more. Stay tuned to Light in Our World. Thank you for watching. Thank you for allowing me into your space. And thank you for thank you for actually doing so in subsequent episodes. Thank you for being with me. I'm honored to have you, precious one. The good God be with us all. May the Creator's energy be with us all. Thank you. See you. And remember, if we do not become the writers of our own history, others will redefine who we are. And that is not what we should allow to. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye.